chant Narada Bhakti Sutra from Sutra 34 onwards. 34. Tasyaha sadhanani gayanti acharyaha. Tasyaha sadhanani gayanti acharyaha. Tattu visatyagat sangatyagatcha. Tattu visatyagat sangatyagatcha. Sutra 36. Abhyabruta bhajanat. Abhyabruta bhajanat. Sutra 37. Lokepi bhagavat guna shravana kirtanat. Lokepi bhagavat guna shravana kirtanat. Sutra 38. Mukhyatastu mahatkrupayeva bhagavat krupalesat va. Mukhyatastu mahatkrupayeva bhagavat krupalesat va. Sutra 39. Mahatsangastu durlabho gamyo amoghascha. Mahatsangastu durlabho gamyo amoghascha. Sutra 40. Labhyate api tat krupayeva. Labhyate api tat krupayeva. Sutra 41. Tasmin tat jane veda bhavat. Tasmin tat jane veda bhavat. Sutra 42. Tadeva sadhyanat sadhyatam. Tadeva sadhyatam. Tadeva sadhyatam. Tadeva sadhyatam. Sutra 43. Dussanga sarva eva tachyaha. Dussanga sarva eva tachya. Sarvate Hari Om. So that is Dussanga Sarvateva Tachya, not Sarvayeva. Okay. Now, so far we have finished up to Sutra 42, right? In these sutras, in the last chapters, we have seen how certain routine practices to be maintained so as to gain the grace of Lord, grace of Guru, and also how to develop the bhakti for the Bhagavan. Mainly it is a bhakti shastra. So we are finding out ways and means of developing bhakti. Bhakti, see, so many people think that bhakti apna aap ho jata hai. It's not. Yes, some people are bhaktas are there, but it also can be cultivated. So how do you cultivate these bhaktis? So he says you have to work at many methods, spheres. First, he says that you have to give up the sangha, the Visa tyaga, sangha tyaga. So you have to give up the, uh, the attachment to the Visayas, to the objects of the world, and sangha, kusanga tyaga, to the attachment to the people also. So these are main things. Everywhere they describe the same thing. They advocate the same thing. Huh? You give up the attachment to the objects of the world and attachment to the people of the world. These are very common factors which they prescribe. So then he says that you should have, tender your prayer or service to the Lord all the time. Whatever prarthana karte ho, bhajan karte ho, or whatever prayers you are doing, you do continuously. Then one more thing added that lokepi bhagavat guna sravana kirtana. You do normally people pray, or they do bhajan or kirtan, they do. But lokepi, which means that even if you are engaged in worldly activities, you can also do the bhajan. It can be not only bhajan, but you can do Shravanam, you can do Kirtanam, or you can listen to, as these days is very convenient, you can listen to the pravachans or kirtans, all that you can listen also, or you can see the videos. All the time you will be connected to Bhagavan. This is the method. And that you can connect even if you are engaged in worldly activities. Okay. So, by hearing and singing the glories of the Lord, even while engaged in worldly activity, this is also one. So here he is saying what is Sravana, what is Kirtana, that we discussed. Okay. Then all this is fine. These are activities. That means we can do physically. But main thing is coming what? Mukhyatastu Mahat Krupa eva. The Krupa, the grace of great people, the Mahatmas, is very essential. And Bhagavat Krupa Lesa. That means you should gain the grace of Bhagavan also. So Krupa, the grace, the blessings of Mahatmas, as well as the blessing of Bhagavan, is also necessary for the purpose of developing our bhakti. Another one more thing he says that Mahat Sangastu Durlava Agamya Amoghasya. This, to come in contact with great people, the souls, Mahatmas, is very, very difficult. We discussed this. To find real great people in Mahatmas is difficult. How many people we find in the world? How many people come in contact with us? How many Mahatmas come to our house? This all depends. With your grace of Lord, you can have it. And it is difficult. And whatever, they bless you, that is unfailing. If they say tathastu, it will happen. Then he says, Bhagavan, Mahatma's Krupa is one thing, Bhagavan's Krupa is also required. Both are, it can be concurrent. And he says what? There is no difference between God and his devotees. Means the Mahatmas and God, there is no difference. They are same. They are Bhagavan only. If the Mahatmas bless you, Bhagavan is also blessing. So there is no sense of difference between the true devotee and the God himself. So these are the features that she says what you can adopt to develop, to cultivate your sense of bhakti, dedication. Okay. Tadeva satyatam, tadeva satyam. Now in the next section, we see again he's saying the dangers of dussanga. Dussanga means what? Evil company. You know, evil company. If you have an evil company, you cannot complain, you know. So, dussanga sarvateva tyajya. Dussanga sarvateva tyajya. Sarvatha eva tyajya. Dussanga means evil company. Okay. Now, sarvatha means by all means, whatever we do, you should give up. Eva means only. Anyway, you should give up. Tyajya means you should renounce. Give up. See, this sutra reminds me of a sloka by Bhagavan Shankaracharya in Bhaja Govinda. Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalattve jivana mukti. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. So satsangate nisangatvam. Through the company of the good people, you can develop non-attachment to the people and things. Because the company matters. What company you are keeping, what friends you are having, with whom you are going around, all that matters. Satsangatve nisangatvam. And once you have that attachment, nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, moha kamti ho jata hai. And nirmohatve nischalatatva. Then you become immutable reality, you can experience that. So this is leading to liberation. So main thing becomes what? Satsang. Satsang is not only what we are doing talking, even the company of the noble people is satsang. And automatically good outcome will be there when you have the company of the good people. So you ultimately, when you have the company of the good people, you grow with it. You grow gracefully. Your habits change. Your spiritual path takes a turn to the better. And you remember the Lord all the time. You adjust your vasanas. You develop a pure mind and heart. Then His grace follows. This is the way when you come in contact with noble people happens. That is the description of the noble people. That means satsanga. The opposite is dussanga, evil people, evil company. So what happens if you are moving in the opposite direction? You are not keeping good company. You are having a sangha of evil people. The evil-minded people's company, what they do, most of the time, they will be talking negative things. Most of the time, they will be talking of sense gratification. How to eat this, how to see a good movie or visit a good scenario place or have a sumptuous dinner, or you indulge in all nonsense activities. And not only they'll do that, they will also influence you to walk that path, isn't it? That influence also, not only you engage in some activity sometimes, but also your thought process also is influenced. Your thought, your speech, your action, all are influenced by the people, the company that you are kept as the evil company. Then what happens? You'll generate negative desires. And the negative desires, once it comes, so you'll think of how to fulfill those desires. One thought comes that will get you some desire, then the desire will activate you to move forward to fulfill those desires. So then you that way you'll continue to get engaged in activities. That activity may be good or bad. You'll get engaged because you have formed some desires. So once you have so much of activities, your mind will be agitated. Obviously, mind will not remain calm if you become so, in Rajas, the Rajasic Swabhava will make your mind agitated, and you will always like to have your sense gratification. And that will, sense gratification means what? You want to have good things. You want to have a good massage, or you want to have a sumptuous dinner, or you want to go for, some dirty movies, something like that, anything. But what, bad company can lead to anything. That constant sense gratification dissipates your vital energy and makes you weak, physically as well as mentally. Because you have an agitated mind, you have a disturbed mind, so mind is already dissipated. The energy in the mind, mentally you will be weak also. So such a distracted person cannot have the necessary samadama, uparama, all these qualities, obviously it will go away, isn't it? So you will not have calmness of the mind. You cannot concentrate. Dhamma means you will not be able to have the Dhamma means you will not be able to control the sense organs. Huh? Your intellect will be, subtle intellect will not work. You will not go for prayers. You will not go for meditation. So then you will forget the Bhagavan only. There is no time for Bhagavan. Where you engage in so much of worldly activities that there is less time for Bhagavan. As a result, you cannot hope to pursue and fulfill your spiritual desires. That you set a goal that I'll do this in spiritual path, I'll work so much. That goal setting cannot be achieved. Your aspiration cannot be fulfilled. So a person who had the higher values, he will degenerate in values also. Over a period of time, he will pursue the negative values, Asuri Sampati. Asuri Sampati, why? Because he is keeping constant company of the evil persons. See how much it making a difference between keeping the company of noble persons or the evil persons. We may have heard so many times, but you analyze the things, you will understand that the Dussanga is taking us downward. Hence, Devasi Narada is insisting to maintain, to cultivate a good and noble company. And also, at the same time, he's telling you avoid the evil company. You shun them. Association with the evil is a disaster. You take them out from your friend circle. So, you must use your power of discrimination, Viveka Sakti, who is good and who is evil. See, if it's very easy to discriminate if the difference is too much. But if the difference is very little, then it will be difficult unless you are able to have apply your subtle mind. Okay. So evil people, evil company is a distraction, is a distortion from the pure thoughts, and it is created due to maladjustment of your thinking process. Whereas, I mean, evil people, you lose your own purity of heart. You will not feel good yourself. You will lose your calmness, quietness, stability of mind. All that you will lose. This cascading effect will be there. So, a person who strives for spiritual growth, then he should shun this evil company and go for satsang. He should renounce, he should avoid the evil persons and choose the good company or the satsang. So this is the meaning of this sutra, sutra number 43. Dussangaha sarvateva त्याज्य. Okay, it's very clear. हमने सोचने का सबको पता है, but nobody applies that. We take it for granted. No, we think that we can overcome the devacles of a dussanga, but no. Let's go to the next sutra. Can we? Next sutra, sutra number 44. All of you can come on the video if you can. It's better. Please put on the video. Those who put on the video, then automatically their picture comes up. Those who don't have the video, it goes down level in the screen. So this is Steve Mahakur, then Satyanarayan Mahakur, and Sadhana and Adugya Sahib. Anyway, now we go to Sutra 44. Kama Krodha Moha
काम क्रोध मोह
Smriti Bhransa
स्मृति भ्रंश
Buddhi Nasa
विनाश
Sarvanasa
सर्वनाश
Karanatvat.
कारणत्वात्
Kama Krodha Moha
काम क्रोध मोह
Smriti Bhransa
स्मृति भ्रंश
Buddhi Nasa
विनाश
Sarvanasa
सर्वनाश
Karanatvat.
कारणत्वात्.
So, in this sutra, Devarsi Narada is giving the reason. That Karanatvat means because of. This is the reason. Because of this reason, that you should avoid the evil company. Why you should avoid the evil company? These are the reasons. There, what is the result of that evil company we gave in the previous sloka, and the reasoning why this should happen, why it is happening, that he is giving here. So he says, Kama. Kama means desires, lust. Krodha is anger. Moha is delusion. Smruti Bhransa, loss of memory. Buddhi Nasa, loss of discrimination. And Sarvanasa, and all utter ruin. Karanatvat, the cause for this. So he says the cause for, and by the company, by the evil company is the cause for all these aspects. If you keep evil company, then these things will happen to you. What it happens is it creates desires, it creates lust, it creates anger, it creates delusion, loss of memory, loss of discrimination, and ultimately utter ruin. So this is it's like a ladder, how it happens, one to another. Only starting is the Dussanga, evil company. And then one by one, how the person is falling down the ladder. This reminds me of a sloka in Bhagavad Gita, ladder of fall that we call. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, 62 and 63. Now she chanting already.
स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो
Yes.
बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति रागद्वेष विजितेषु
Yeah.
विषयः
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसा संगस्ते सुपजायते संगात् संजायते काम कामात् क्रोधो विजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोह सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रम स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाश बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Same, tough, no, more or less same, In Bhagavad Gita, it is called a ladder of fall. First one is Dhayato Vishayan Punsa. That means the man, when he puts his dhyana, when he thinks of the Visayas, the objects of the world, then he gets the attachment. Sangaste Supadayate. Sangha, that attachment. Then Sangha se attachment leads to Kama, desire. Desire leads to anger. Anger to delusion. Delusion to loss of memory. Buddhinasa. Then that leads to Sarvanasa. This is the way he described in Bhagavad Gita. And here also more or less same. So here you understand now, all of you, we have all done chapter 2. So these slokas you know, and so the meaning of this sloka is also very clear to you. Only one thing is more here, is Sarvanasa. So let's see, Kama all of us know, desire. Desire is coming of attachment to things. Attachment is coming because of thinking or dhyana. You are always thinking of those things, objects. Then only you have attachment. So Dhyato Vishan Punsa, then Sangaste Supadayate. Ye dono ho gaya. After that only starts Sangat Sanjayate Kama. The Kama comes here. The Sangha. Here we are talking of Dusanga se Kama hota hai. In Gita it is saying, because of the Sangha with the objects of the world, you are getting Kama. Here, Narada ji is saying, because of your Sangha with the wicked people, you are getting this Kama. So Kama is a common thing. Sangha is also common. Which Sangha he is describing here? As the Dussanga. Because of Dussanga, you are developing desires. So those desires, then if you do not meet the desires, there is some obstruction to gain the desired object, then you have Krodha. Anger. Krodha is anger. Right? So after you have the anger, then you have this moha, a delusion. Yes, kyun nahi hua, you will get deluded, Then because of delusion, you have Smriti Bhansha. Smriti Bhansha means you will lose your memory power. You will forget what you have done, what you have not done, because your mind is unstable. After that, Buddhi Nasa. Your Buddhi means what? Intellect. That intellect Nasa means discrimination is reduced. That means you are not able to do the right thing at the right time. But the Buddhi Nasa, in this case, is saying after that, Sarvanasa. There is a subtle difference here. We can interpret as that Sarvanasa. What is it? Everything is lost. Sarvanasa is everything is lost. Yes. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya, in his text, he says, human life is the most precious life. Human birth is the highest evolved life given to man. In Vivek Chudamani, yes. So this precious life is what we have got today. it should be utilized for your spiritual practices, to remove your bondage, to remove the vasanas, so that finally you are striving for liberation. God realization must become the goal, and you should uh, do all that is possible for spiritual sadhana. So if you do not use it properly in this life, or you misuse the life, or you abuse the life, then the result will be sarvanasa. Everything is gone. You will lose an opportunity to evolve, because no other life form you can do the karma that will help you to evolve except human life. So the company of the evil people, the kusanga, saddussanga, that leads to kama, krodha, moha, maya. All that becomes the cause of evolution of man. Normally, we try to evolve higher level. But here, this company of the dussanga makes throws you down the ladder. So what happens? You are not able to achieve what you are expected to do in a human life, and that leads you to pranashadi. Or here he is saying sarvanasa karanatvat. It perishes. You are perished because you could not utilize the best opportunity that you get as a human life. You are losing all the opportunity. See, in the world, in this world, whatever you have, if you are enjoying a good family or a good friends, all of them are here. But all of them will come and go. Including your wealth will go. Your health also will go. Your so that the age will also go. Time will go. But all these losses are not real loss. Your whole life goes. A lifetime, that the birth you got in this life, the human life, that itself is going now. That you consider. What is this wealth and health and family, all these? These are incidental. But the great thing that you have received in this life as a human birth, that is the most precious thing that is happening. And that you should not let it squander away. This is an wonderful opportunity given to us for realizing the highest. And once you lose it out, that is sarvanasa. All other things going away doesn't matter if you are pursuing that highest goal of evolving yourself. And the sarvanasa, the cause of sarvanasa is dussanga, evil company. Constant thinking of sense objects and their false promises, then it leads to you to think differently, When that then kama, krodha, all that it comes, then your mind comes, you how to go after the wishes, how to get indulge in things, how to have the passionate thinking, all that will come, and that will also influence you to do the wrong things. That will lead you to the ruin of the human personality that you have got now. That's why Narada is insisting that at all times the seeker should denounce evil company totally. So there are two sides. One is the company of good people, satsanga. Another side is the company of evil people, batsanga or dusanga. So we saw what is happening with the satsang and what is happening with the dussanga. So this completes the Sutra 44. We go to Sutra 45. Okay. Tarangaita. Tarangaita.
Tarangaita
Api me.
api me
Sangat samudrayanti.
sangat
Sangat Mudrayanti.
Tarangaita.
Tarangaita
Api me.
Ini
Sangat
Sangat
samudrayanti.
Mudrayanti.
sangat samudrayanti.
Tarangaita means like a taranga, like a wave or a ripple, acting as a wave. Api me. Api ime. These are, though they start as a ripple. Sangat. Sangat means by sanga. Dussanga, by the kusanga, by the evil contact. Samudrayanti. They become like a samudra. The taranga becomes like a samudra because of evil contact. So, this example is given here. Example is like a taranga, like a ripple or a wave in the ocean. Even though it appears like a wave, small wave, in the beginning, and it means what you are talking about? We are talking of daily life. Those kama, krodha, lobha, moha, all these things we are talking about. Those things, what we saw in the last sloka, that those desires, angers, delusion, all these things, they appear as a small thing. Very tiny thing that you will not come to know also. They have appeared in your thought. They appear small, but once that is, fortified by evil company, then it can grow to be like an ocean. This is the meaning of this sloka. So what is the nature of dussanga? It is telling here how powerful it is. Small things, small wrong thoughts come to mind. Some small desire also comes to mind. Some lower comes to mind. Small things. You will not know. I want to buy a shirt. Yes, that is a small desire. Or I want to have a smoke. You will have a desire. But that, when it multiplies with the company of the evil, then it becomes like a devastating ocean. In the beginning, if you observe that the kama, krodha, etc., in the beginning it comes as very small things. Everybody has some kama, some desires. Everybody has some anger. You accept it. But if it is not controlled, and if it is with the wrong company, your friends also tell, what is this? We'll buy this, we'll buy that. We'll know. You will go for a horse race, or we'll go for a jua, all these wrong things. You can get swayed away by the influence of the satsang. So when it starts tiny, small thing, it's like at a young man, some people influence, the friends influence to do smoke. In the first smoke, maybe first cigarette may be very uncomfortable to you, and you promise, I will not smoke again. You take up a cigar. But many people cannot control themselves. They become sense focused. Same way with the drinks. People think that, oh, this is one drink, I'll take once a while only. I don't take every day. So they'll pacify themselves to their mind. I'm not a drinker. I'm not a regular drinker, so it will not affect me. But many of them fall prey to it and become a alcoholic. They become. They cannot give up because there's so much of attached to them. Because of dussanga. It is like a tiny spark in a anywhere it comes up. If you don't control it, and if it gets a conducive atmosphere, you have some you know ignitable materials nearby. You have cotton or petrol nearby, then it can, and that spark can become a conflagration. It can become very big burning. The whole building can burn or anything can burn. So a small spark, if you all around it there is some burning material around, then it can become a big fire. Same way, a single desire, sensuous desire to have some object, some things you want to buy or purchase, that can multiply in endless desire fulfillment and indulgence. Such indulgence, it is not limited to that. It consumes your health, wealth, and time also. People become, rich people also become penniless by squandering money like that. You'll see so many people, very well-off people, they spend the money in the wrong way and they are penniless in the old age. So that's why such passions should be detected in the early stage itself. And they should be nipped in the bud. And they say, it should be nipped in the bud. Before they consume you, that first cigarette, that should be stopped there only. Before that makes you a chain smoker. But if you allow such desires, such habits, especially in the company of morally degrading situations, then that evil company, then that small desire also will acquire a suicidal momentum, and that will become like it's like a small wave, tiny wave coming up somewhere. It will turn into a tsunami, like you get from Indonesia and it comes to India also. Tsunami travels long way. So one wave starts somewhere. If it takes up, gets a momentum, it becomes a tsunami, and it consumes. It results in disasters and destruction. Same way, unless you control those desires in the beginning, then it can consume you. So what is the antidote for dussanga? Satsanga, simple thing. Bad company to good company. So, company of good people, company of noble souls, so as to cultivate higher values, higher ideals, and positive action, resulting in spiritual unfoldment, so that you can progress on your spiritual path. It's very essential. What has been told beforehand, a company of Mahatmas, blessings and grace of Mahatmas, Guru, and Bhagavan, that is necessary. So, here in these two sutras, Naraji is emphasizing on satsang. So, once again, I'll repeat same Narada Bhakti Sutra, Bhaja Govindam. Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatvam, nischalatve jivana mukti. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. Hari Om. We'll conclude the class here today.
Hariom.
Thank you.